Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the Gentle Yoga class. This week, we're focusing on the theme of intention. Every week, we choose a different theme, and I weave it into this Gentle Yoga class, so it helps to give us focus, and hopefully it will transfer outside of the mat too, so into your life. So we'll go ahead and get started, and I'll take you through a quiet centering where I will then recite quotes on intention, and then we'll slowly weave it into this gentle yoga class. And if this is something you really like and you want me to continue doing, please subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to sit myself up on this prop. It's a wedge, but you could also use a blanket. And the reason is I want to get my spine really lifted. And sometimes it's hard to do that if your hips are a little tight or if your back is tight. But if you're fine where you are, that's okay too. So just going to sit up a little bit. And then just let my legs come down. And if your knees are up a little, that's okay, as long as your low spine is really lengthening. And then we'll take the hands down to the sides and close the eyes. And now for a moment, feel engagement of pelvic floor. In yoga, we call that mula bandha, or root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, draw the belly in, and you get a sense of flying upward. We call that uddiyana bandha. It means flying upward. And then at the top of the spine, we'll go ahead and draw the chin down. We call that jalandhara bandha, or chin lock. And just let the neck gently stretch as you do that. And we'll release the hands, and you're supported now by the bandhas, your inner locks, and you can just sit up nice and tall and breathe. So as you inhale now, let's focus on the breath, intentional breath. As you inhale, you feel the rib cage expand, and then as you exhale, you feel the rib cage relax. And inhale, the diaphragm expands. Exhale, the diaphragm relaxes. And the rib cage and the diaphragm move together as you inhale and exhale. Let's take the hands together in prayer position, and we'll vibrate an Om, and then I'll recite the quotes. Inhale. Om. Wake up with positive intentions to better yourself and the lives of those around you. A goal is what we want the end result to be. An intention is the way of being on our journey to get there. Our intention creates our reality. Live less out of habit and more out of intent. Energy flows where intention goes. It is more important to be of pure intention than of perfect action. I feel like having intention in this yoga practice just gives me a good focus, and every practice is a little different, and it changes. And today I want to just really keep this gentle yoga gentle, but make each movement count. So if you're still comfortable in your seated position, stay there, or if you needed to adjust, maybe something like this was better, or you wanted to change your legs, you could do that too. So focusing on lengthening in that low spine and sitting way up, right? Bandha's engaged. Let's go ahead and reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, we'll take the hands behind the head. Inhale here, lift up. Exhale, let's go ahead and side bend to the right. And then inhale, lift up. Let's exhale, go ahead and side bend to the left. Let's gaze gently down the nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Let's this time take the hand down to the floor, and I'm pulling my right shoulder away from my right ear as I curl in. Exhale here, and then inhale, start to open up, pressing my head back into my hands, slowly changing my gaze up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, starting to open up. And one more time, we'll exhale, curl in. Inhale, rise up. This time I'm going to reach the arm, And I'm going to try and side bend a little bit more, keeping my gaze down the nose and up. Reaching, and I'm trying to reach down through my left sitting bone and then rise up. And we'll do the other side. So inhale here and reach. Inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale, rise up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Let's take the hand down. Breathe. We're going to exhale, turn, and inhale, rise. We'll do that again. Exhale, gazing down the nose, and inhale, rise. And one more. Exhale, and rise. And now I'm just going to reach the arm, and I'm rolling that left shoulder away from the left ear, and I'm reaching down through the right sitting bone, gazing up or down the nose, whatever feels good in your body. And then inhale, rise. Now we're going to take it into a twist. So inhale, reach up. Let's exhale, twist to the right. Take the left hand to the left knee. Lift up, way up. And then feel the ribs take you around. And then the head follows. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, turn. And then inhale, reach. And exhale. Feels good to move the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let the right ribs take you around, gently gazing down your nose. Move with your breath. That's the intention. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, feel the right ribs turn. And then inhale, reaching up. And exhale, reaching out. Do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. You can even gaze up to the hands and exhale, hands down. Now we're going to make our way over to all fours. So you could come to your side, come to all fours. And let's come into some cat-cows. So on all fours, let's go ahead and round the spine. Feel how by pulling the belly in and up, you're lifting. And then inhale and come forward. So now we're working the back muscles, reaching through the sternum, not the chin, right? Gazing down the nose and a little forward. And then exhale, we're rounding the spine. So we're stretching the spine, pulling the belly in. And I'm really lifting. I'm finding a lot of lift. And then inhale, come forward and arch. I'm working the back muscles, right? And I'm extending the sternum forward. And then one more time to round the spine. Let's come into child's pose. So feet together, knees apart. I'm reaching my tail down in the direction of my feet. It doesn't have to come all the way down, but it could. And then reach the arms forward. Here, I'm really trying to lengthen the side body here. Lengthen through my back. Breathe. Inhale. And I'm focusing on breath. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more big breath in. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to all fours. I'm going to use the blocks here. I always practice with a set of blocks and a little towel, but you could use a strap or a yoga belt or maybe nothing. They just help give me a little bit more assistance. So my intent here is to get really lifted, and the blocks help that. So we're going to go ahead and really round the spine again and just feel that sense of lift, that lifting upwards, right? That Uddiyana Bandha. And then we're going to take it to downward facing dog. Breathing here. Now you could have your feet quite wide if you needed to. If your spine is quite rounded, bend the knees and see if you can reach through the upper body. Even if the knees have to be bent and the heels are up, that's okay. Do the best you can. Maybe you want to bend and straighten a couple times. That's okay. Do what feels good in your body, but keep breathing. Inhale. The intent here is to open up and use your strength, but in a good way, a balanced way. Inhale and exhale. Let's slowly make our way to the front of the mat so you can walk up. You could be quite wide, and maybe you get to here, right? That's fine. And just pause there. Now let's go ahead and just let the body hang. And then from here, we're going to slowly start to curl up the spine. So you can bend your knees, pull the belly in, and your spine, you're pushing down with your feet, curling, and you're stacking one vertebra at a time. So it's supported from the front, and you're coming all the way up. The shoulders fall into place, and the last thing to arrive is your head, right on the top of the spine. And then pause for a moment. And now I'm going to step a little bit forward, and just notice how you're standing. Can you get your pubic bone and belly button on the same plane, and your hips as well? So you're not back here and you're not here. Nice and neutral. You're using the legs. And we're going to do a slow roll down. So this is a classic Pilates standing roll down. It stretches the spine, and it's supported from the front. So we'll go ahead and drop the chin, and we're not sticking the butt out, right? We really want to round. So you could bend your knees if you needed to. We're rounding forward and letting our body hang down. Do the best you can when you're down here to straighten your legs. Even if your butt goes back a little bit, that's okay. And then we're going to curl and come back up again. So if this was harder, you could be wider. You could also do it hip width if you wanted to. And then exhale, really rounding. We're going down again. If you wanted to, you could grab the elbows and just give a little pull down to the floor. And then come back up again, pulling the belly way in. Really pull the belly in. And then we'll do that one more time. Round the spine, pulling in to go down. Maybe you want to hang here for a little bit longer. Feeling that hip crease. Right in that hip crease, the spine is lengthening. Breathing. Try to straighten your legs as best you can. Breathe. And then we'll slowly, you can bend the knees to come up if you need to, but you're rounding the spine all the way up. And now we're going to try a forward bend with the flat back. So the back is engaged now. So we're not going to round. We're going to hinge at the hips. So starting to come forward, hinging. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Come forward. And just come to where you can stay. Maybe you have your hands on your legs. You could even use your blocks here. Lengthen your spine. And then when you've lengthened as much as you can, then start to fold. Just let your body relax. And breathe. Inhale. Some of you might be able to grab your legs. Exhale. Try to straighten your legs. It's nice hamstring stretch and nice on the spine. And then we'll inhale, lengthen. Let your arms come out to the side and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands down. Inhale. This is a sun breath. Exhale. Lengthen through your spine. This time we're going to take the blocks down and step back into down dog. So come back into your down dog. And notice, does it feel different now that we've opened the hamstrings a little, we've opened the back a little bit? And breathe here. Take another breath. And then we'll come back down to all fours. And then from here, we're going to come into a nice puppy pose. So you can walk your hands forward and let your heart melt down. Try to keep your hips over your knees as best you can. And you could maybe relax your head. Feel your sternum opening. Should feel nice. Breathing. And then inhale here. Start to rise up. We'll move the blocks back. I'm just going to put them aside. And we'll come to seated. So you could come to your side, swing the legs around, and we'll just sit up nice and tall. From here, we're going to work on curling that spine back again. So sitting up tall, inhale, exhale, curl back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, sit up tall. And then one more time, exhale, curl back. And inhale, sitting up. And from here, let's go ahead and open the knees, have the feet together, and sit up as best you can. So notice what it feels like to curl back, and then what it feels like to sit up. And can you open the knees as wide as you can? And from here, we'll take it into a forward bend. You can use the block here. So you could have your block in front of your feet, in between your feet, or even right a little closer, right? And we're just gonna pull the belly in and round over and just pause. So just play around with where your block is and breathing. Inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, feel the back release a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. A couple more. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and rise up. And we'll release. And then come to Dandasana. So sit up as tall as you can. Maybe you have to bend the knees a little. Maybe you sit on a little wedge to get that back supported. And then inhale here. Let's exhale. Come to Paschimottanasana. So another forward bend. Maybe you grab your feet. Maybe your hands are here. And just relax. You could also make this more restorative by putting a block here, right? And just allow breathing, or your hands here. Try to lengthen your low back though, and then just round the upper back. Breathe. Shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, lengthen, and we'll rise up. Now we'll make our way all the way down to the floor. So take a breath in. And exhale, start to curl back. You could use your hands. We're making our way all the way down. And once you're here, let's just go ahead and bend the knees. Let's take the feet mat width, nice and wide, and have the arms out to the side. We're just going to gently let the left leg fall over, let the right leg fall over. Windshield wipers. And then now rise up, and now let the right leg go over, left leg. And then we'll go back again. Let the left leg and then the right leg. And rise up. And one more time. Right leg, left leg. And come up. And now cross your right ankle over your left knee and pull in. Notice you have tension in your shoulders. Even if you have to roll up to do this, let your shoulders relax. You could even stay here if that was better in your body. But just notice what's going on. Pulling in. Breathing. And then go ahead, let that go down. Arms out to the side. Let's take the legs over to the left. Your right foot touches the floor. Try to open that knee. You could take your gaze to the right or straight up. And then inhale, bring it back. Let's do the other side. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Pull in. Relaxing the upper body, or you could be here. Breathe. Make sure there's no tension in your neck as you pull in. And then from here, inhale. Exhale, let's take the left foot over to the right. And you could take your gaze over to the left. And then inhale, bringing it back. And then let's go ahead and lift the hips, shift them to the left, let the knees come up. Inhale, exhale over, and gaze over the left shoulder if you can, or straight up. I'm turning my right ribs to the left. Inhale, come up. Lifting the hips, shifting, knees come up, and take it over. And I'm gazing over my right shoulder. Breathing. Inhale, let everything come up. Let's do a nice articulating bridge. So curling the pelvis, lifting up. Lift up as high as you can. Reach the arms. Slowly curling, curl. Keep the tail under, curl down. Let the arms come down. One more time like that. Inhale, exhale, curling to come up. Reaching, And slowly curling to come down. All the way down. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. See if you can grab your feet and just kind of rock around a little bit. Do what feels good. Happy baby pose. And then inhale here, exhale, just release. Coming into Savasana. And your intent here is, this is corpse pose. So you're just letting the body go and go into a sense of peace and ease and light and stay there. And you can stay here as long as you'd like and pause the video. But I'm going to go ahead and take us out so you can slowly start moving fingers and toes, becoming aware of the breath, but don't change the energy. And then we'll bend the knees, make our way over to the side, pause in a fetal position, and then slowly coming up to seated. And notice, can you sit up with that intention and that focus of stillness and ease, and take this intention that we've woven through this practice and let it guide you through everything you do. Namaste.